What? Are you kidding me? I'm invulnerable during the animation. Why did I take damage? Ugh. I should have just done the Batarang. Why did I bother with the strike animation? That didn't even touch me! That did not touch me! That is bullshit! That bumper car did not touch me! Why? I pushed the analog stick game, prioritize an enemy, not just stop my combo.
This is gonna hurt.
Oh my god, that's really stupid. He went to go pick up his shield. He didn't even pull the shield up. Like, he didn't even go into the stance to indicate that he was blocking with his shield. He was still in the middle of picking up the shield. I go to punch him, but because of the paired animation nature of the Batman Arkham series, it has to prioritize some kind of animation that blocks my strike. Because it's so binary in its nature. Like, the point where the game registers when he has the shield is way too early. And that's why I lost my combo just then. Oh my god, again, his back was to me! His back was to me! There is no reason he should have just been able to flick around like that, like a freaking AI system. His back was to me. I should have gotten that hit just then, but again, because of the paired animation nature of this game, and the fact that it's all about animations, not about hitboxes, and the game thought he had the stun rod out, he was just able to turn around in a flick and just block me. Because it's not about hitboxes, it's all about animations. And it's so binary. If he has a stun rod, regardless of what direction he's facing, if I do the strike animation, he will flick around in my direction and just block me. This game's habit of prioritizing the wrong guy really pisses me off. Again! Bullshit detection! There is no way that touched me! It was way past me! That was phantom range, lingering hitboxes. Just give whatever term you want to describe that bullshit. Why? Why did I lose my combo? All I wanted to do was just the cape stun. I go into the bat swarm, I do the cape stun to continue the combo, and it just disappears for no reason. Why? Why is that a thing? It's something that happens occasionally with the Arkham games, and I don't know why. I don't understand why this is the input for the aerial attack. I'm trying to evade over an enemy, but I end up prioritizing the guy I just stunned. It's a stupid input. Why isn't the aerial attack mapped to some other input that's not double tapping X? Because double tapping X is the evade button. So this game, with its already awkward prioritization system on whether it wants to prioritize this enemy or not, made me prioritize the enemy I just stunned. I end up going into the aerial attack animation, and because you are pretty much vulnerable to enemy attacks, even when you're in the air when doing the aerial attack animation, you get punished. Because of a stupid system with this game's prioritization system, and with the really odd choice of input for the aerial attack, with double tapping X after stunning an enemy. It's just so bizarre that they would opt for that as the input for the aerial attack, and why they don't give you iframes during the aerial attack, and why it's only when you do the aerial attack on shielded enemies that the enemies don't attack you, I will never understand.
You remember Mr. Abramovich, right?
Really? What, did Batman do the normal evade, or did he do the free flow evade, where he actually jumps over an enemy's head? I should have gotten iframes from that. Or is it just poor detection on the evade? On the free flow evade specifically? See, this is another problem I have with the aerial attack. Because of how much the camera moves in the combat, if it moves at an inopportune moment and you point the left analog stick in the wrong direction, you'll just miss your aerial attack at times. And it's not just with the aerial attack, it's also with other attacks as well. This is the problem you have when you're dealing with a camera that actively moves during combat. Oh my god, come on! I went to do the Seek and Destroy on the Stun Rod guy, and it prioritized the Blade Dodge instead. Why does the Blade Dodge have more priority than your takedowns? It doesn't make sense. And because it has more priority, I ended up going into the Blade Dodge animation on accident and was not prepared to dodge the remaining strikes. So stupid.
Abramovich. I mean, it's not like he couldn't use one.
Why did I lose my combo? Why did I lose my combo? I did an evade animation after the quick batarang, and I just lost my combo for no reason. That's the normal way to actually contribute to your combo. I didn't do anything abnormal, I just lost my combo for no reason. Are you kidding me? You can't build a combo off of fake Joker? That's stupid. God dang it! What the hell? I'm trying to prioritize Mr. Abramovich. I'm in perfect range to do the beatdown, and he prioritized the guy so far away. Again! Every time I'm trying to do Seek and Destroy, and a Blade guy comes in, the game prioritizes the Blade dodge, and I end up doing it unexpectedly, not prepared for the remaining hits. So cheap. Really cheap. Why did you do the ground takedown? I didn't hold R2. I did not hold R2. Why did he do that? Why did he do the ground takedown when I was not holding R2? What reason could I have to possibly hold R2? I went to go do the Seek and Destroy, and he did the ground takedown for no reason. I did not tap R2.
Abramovich. I mean, it's not like he couldn't use one.
Again, why are you doing the ground takedown? I went to go do the Seek and Destroy to destroy that guy's knife, and he did the ground takedown. What, did he not recognize there was a guy with a weapon? And so as part of the default thing, he just prioritizes the ground finish? What is this? That did not touch me! There's no way that touched me just then.
Maybe a little tiny spice things up.
Again, why do you have to be so slow, Batman? You have to do all these fancy cartwheels. Why do you have to be fancy? And because he did the fancy animation, I had no chance of countering. And it's not like I was even trying to, like, prioritize the right guy. He prioritized the wrong guy. And I had no way of knowing if he was going to do the right animation or not, because his animations are tailored to a random variable. So in this case, the game decided to favor an unfavorable animation because he had to be very flashy, rather than actually being straight and to the point so that I can immediately initiate my counter.
You don't stand a chance against us.
What are you doing, Batman? Why are you going away from him? See that? That is bullshit. This is why I don't understand why Rocksteady does this with the Arkham games. They waste time putting in these anti-free flow elements, and I'm at the risk of taking damage during animations that are supposed to give me immunity and I don't have control over. So I was doing a finishing animation on Mr. Abramovich, and unfortunately, it was right over an area where I was going to get hit by that bumper car. I had no control over whether I was going to do that animation or not. It's a finishing animation. You're not meant to have that kind of control. You're not meant to have any player agency during a finishing animation, but the enemies, they don't attack you during that animation. And you're supposed to get iframes during finishing animation. That's the general rule of every single game. And I have no control over where exactly Mr. Abramovich is going to be standing. And what if Batman prioritized the wrong guy? What if Batman prioritized Mr. Abramovich on accident and did the finishing animation, and I was going to get hit by that bumper car? It's so unfair. It's so unfair. Like, why do they have to destroy their combat system like this? Why do they have to favor anti-free flow elements that don't complement the combat whatsoever? And instead, it introduces holes into the combat system that just serve as nothing but frustration. And you're getting betrayed by the mechanics right over here. It's so stupid. Again, slow animations. I'm at the mercy of whatever Batman chooses to do, because that's exactly how you do a combat system. You tailor random combat animations to a random variable. So you either get a favorable animation or an unfavorable animation, and that is exactly how you want this combat system to go. Yeah, that is great incentive for me to even continue using strike animations. No, I'm just going to keep using the combo batarangs because it's one animation. One animation. I'm not running the risk of random RNG just for flashiness. They only put this kind of random variable system for the random animations just to add some flair to the combat rather than actually benefiting functionality. Slow animations equal bad gameplay.
This'll be easy.
Really? Why are you prioritizing Joker, a character you can't even do a takedown on, when I'm trying to prioritize the guy that is closest to me? I tried to do a takedown on the henchman that was closest to me, and he straight up prioritized Joker for no reason. This is a problem in Arkham Origins too. When you're trying to do a takedown on a normal guy, and Batman prioritizes the martial artist who is immune to takedowns, how did they mess up on this kind of prioritization system? It's so puzzling. It makes you wonder if they even QA tested the game to even see this kind of problem. I go to prioritize the closest guy, and Batman prioritizes the Titan henchman because he's in a stun state. And apparently, when Titan henchmen are in this kind of stun state, they go up the hierarchy on prioritization, and so Batman prioritized him, and they end up getting hit by his attack. Great fucking design.
He couldn't use one.
Really? How'd I only get one? What? You mean to tell me Batman doesn't get iframes during the Batswarm? Robin gets iframes when he spins his staff. Why doesn't Batman get iframes? How does that make any sense? Did two development teams design Batman and Robin? One team did Batman, the other one did Robin. Why does he get iframes, yet Batman doesn't? That looked awesome. What are you doing, Batman? What are you jumping away from this guy for? That's bullshit! That is such an AI nature. You could clearly tell that he, like, realistically, he would have easily thrown that chair straight. But the chair just turns. It turns in a way that doesn't fit the way his arms moved when he threw it. And it's that kind of bullshit nature to the AI that you see in so many third-person shooter games, like Mirror's Edge. And it seems this game is no exception, where the throwing animation that the enemies do does not complement the direction the projectile goes. And it's so stupid. It's all because they want you to counter it, because of the rigid design with countering it. This gives them freedom to just throw the projectile in a way that doesn't make any sense. And it's so cheap. Why are you... Oh my god, yet again, this is another great example of an anti-free-flow environmental set piece getting in the way of gameplay. Because that bumper car came, and it knocked over those enemies, Batman was prioritizing one of those enemies before the bumper car came. It knocked down those enemies, Batman prioritized the guy who was actually getting knocked down by that bumper car, and I lost my combo. Does Rocksteady have brains? Why do they insist on putting in anti-free-flow elements into their free-flow combat that cause you to get betrayed by the mechanics all the time? It's mind-boggling to say the least. What the... Oh my god. What? What? That's bullshit! That's bullshit! He should have been stunned by that! How did he get hit out on me? There's like some period after the Batswarm animation where Batman doesn't get iframes. I was still in the animation. Like, I was in the recovery frames of that animation, and I somehow got damaged. How? How is that possible? Oh, God. Really? Are you kidding me? Why does he prioritize the furthest enemy rather than the guy that's coming right at me? This is such a big problem with the gadgets on this game. They prioritize whoever the fuck they want. I tried to throw a batarang at the guy that was running right at me, and Batman went for the guy that was furthest away from me. That's some Arkham Asylum shit right there, and they haven't fixed it. Wow! Great design right there! He just spins around. He does a straight up boomer turn from Gears of War. And just hits me like it's nothing. He just pirouettes on that access point and just hits me rather than just continuing doing what he's doing.
Not like he couldn't.
Oh my god. Why are you not prioritizing beating up Mr. Abramovich and you're prioritizing the stun rod guy instead? You had to do that animation, didn't you, Batman? You couldn't do the swift, long kick. No, you had to do the little flip in the air and then kick. And that gave that guy plenty of time to attack me.
You're gonna die, Batman.
Why did... I don't understand why I lost my combo. The timer didn't run out. I didn't spend so long in an activity. Why did I lose my combo?